Are you an aspiring leader looking to take your leadership ability to the next level? But you're working in an industry or a company where you ask yourself the question, are leaders and managers different? Hello and welcome to another fantastic video with me, Jas Tor. And today that is the question I am going to tackle. Are leaders and managers different? Right, now before I get into the video, if you've never watched one of my videos before, or you've never landed on my page, firstly, welcome. But essentially, all I want to do is help solve leadership dilemmas and problems using my leadership principles, share them with you so that I can have a positive impact in your life, your career, or the situation that you've got an issue with right now. And that is essentially all I'm trying to do. If you've watched my videos before, welcome back and thank you for continuing to watch and support my work. Right now, that's the question I'm going to focus on. So I'm going to get straight into the video. Right, so the question is, are leaders and managers different? So to explain this, I'm going to take a chapter out of my recent book, Managers Are Not Leaders. And I'm going to explain why, how, and what you need to do. Right, so are managers and leaders different? Well, let's look at the definition of management and leadership. Right, so to manage it's a physical process. It's literally the art or the process of managing a system or a process or a thing, something. Like a mechanical approach. It's very mechanical when you look at the definition of management. Now, if you look at the definition of lead or leadership, it's to physically take somebody or something by the hand or take them and lead them forward. That is what to lead or leadership is. It has a very human element, a very human approach to it. And that is a very basic, fundamental difference of leadership and management. Now, in short, I'm going to basically give the answer. Yes, managers and leaders are different. And they are not the same. And that's very, very important to realize. Managers and leaders are not the same. Just because you're in a senior management position does not make you a leader. And just because you're a leader does not mean you're a good manager. They're two different things. That's because they are two different roles entirely. And often, in today's world, many companies, many organizations, many people get these two confused. If you look at a company, say you started at the bottom and you're working your way up to a senior management position, you would generally get to around a mid-senior position where they start to talk to you about leadership. And they say, cool, we really want you to go on the leadership route, so we're going to send you on a leadership course. And then you go on a leadership course, it's 6 months later, they promote you into a role and they go, well, you're now a leader, we need you to lead these people. But you really don't know how to apply those principles. And the reason for that is because leadership is not a set of skills, it's a set of behaviors. So when leadership is introduced to you, you already have many years behind you of behaviors that are ingrained in the way you act and behave and do things. It's very difficult to stray away from that after many years of doing them. So the way to get around that is if leadership is introduced at a very early stage. So if you're quite low level in the company and you've identified to the company, or the company's identified to you that they're going to put you on a leadership route, you need to start learning the behaviors of a leader then and start practicing them. So when you get to that senior management position where you have a more leadership, a role more catered to leadership because your role is more catered to influence, then you already have those behaviors ingrained within you. But that is completely different to a manager. A manager is, like I said, it's the management of things and processes. And that is the difference. Now, why? Now I'm going to tackle why. Why are they different? Before I get onto that, if you've liked any of the videos so far, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, or leave me a comment, because it really helps support my work and well, shows me that you like this kind of stuff, so that I can continue to bring more work like this. Right, now straight back to the video. Why are they different? Well, if we go back to where management theories and management really came from, actually goes back many hundreds of years, but the theory of management, so when we started to write about it and it became more mainstream in today's world, today's modern world, it goes back to the mid 1900s, so the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. And these theories or these management approaches were really targeted at process-driven tasks. So when we was in an era of manufacturing, so for example, one person working for 1 hour would produce one product. That was a very management process-driven task. But in today's world, as identified by many people, and many people know this now, we are now in an information society. So when you're in an information society, you are no longer managing things and processes. You're managing people, behaviors, feelings, perception, opinion, trust. These are all elements that are focused and hone in and narrow around leadership. Completely different, a human element. And that is why the two are different. Okay, so if you're a manager and you want to become a leader, what do you need to do? If you want to shift from management to leadership, what do you need to do? You need to stop thinking of leadership as being a position and a management technique or process, and start thinking about being a leader and how you behave as a leader. And these are the topics I cover in my book, Managers Are Not Leaders. I'll put a link below, so if you're interested and you really want to take that step from management and push yourself up to leadership, then that's something book you want to read. I explain all the behaviors of a leader. But if you're not interested, don't worry about it. All you need to focus on is understanding what the behaviors of a leader are and how to implement them into your daily life. And then you can start behaving and acting like a leader. That is what you need to do next. If you are focused on just being a manager, fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But here is something that I would share out there. This is my opinion. The world does not need another manager. It's quite clear. There are plenty of people in this world who know how to manage a process, who can manage a thing, who can take something from here and click next and forward it along and share it. That's fine. Many people can do that. But there are not many people who can lead, who can adopt those behaviors, communicate like a leader, act like a leader, decide like a leader, build trust like a leader, display confidence like a leader. These are behaviors of leadership, and there's not many people in the world who can do that. So when a company or a group of people identify a leader or somebody who's an aspiring leader, they will group and flock to that person. But if you noticed, we don't need another manager. It's quite clear. And I'm going to leave you with this phrase, this saying I heard on a TED talk from Hamza Khan. So it's not mine, but it's from Hamza Khan. He done a great talk. He said, you manage things and you lead people. That is the difference. So my take on it is, leaders and managers are different. Hugely. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked any part of this or taken any small piece of information away, please like the video, share it with your colleagues and friends. And if you've also got another question, perhaps you've got a leadership dilemma, drop it in the comments below and I will do a video about it. And I'll also do a blog post, and I can put the link to my blog where it's all free. All my blogs are free and there's tons of information on there for you to learn and take away to develop yourself as a leader. Thank you very much for watching. This is JT signing out.